Hello. After yesterday's video, in which I was obviously feeling on top of the world, I had some phone calls that revealed some things that are going on in the Republic of Florida that left me feeling anything but elated. And I must admit that as I tried to sleep last night, it took me a very long time to go to sleep, which is very unusual for me. But I was rehashing in my head the things that I am watching happening as we reestablish the Republic for the United States of America here in the state in which I particularly live, Florida. And no, I don't like at all what I see. And I woke up this morning with the same reflections going on, the same meditation occurring as I sit back and observe me. And so I call this today Feelings Observed. And as I sat down at the computer, I wrote a little blurb. I think I'm going to probably do that most of the time from now on. And I'll read what I wrote. Love, that divine part of us, is an observer. It is totally neutral, watching to see how we respond in each given moment to what we are thinking about, what we are looking at in our lives. Ron shares his meditation regarding his feelings about what he sees happening in the Republic of Florida. Quite honestly, I'd rather not. What I see going on is an horrendous power struggle being caused, as I observe it, by people that seem clueless as to the spiritual principles of cooperation and love itself. I see a clash of egos wanting to be dominant and controlling because that's what ego does. And I observe my feelings as I observe and learn about what other people are doing as I'm being given reports about what is happening. Quite honestly, I feel very, very, very sad. And Spirit keeps reminding me, Ron, watch how it unfolds. Watch how it comes out. Don't think you know how it's going to come out by what you see happening now, because there's still a shift that's going to occur that's going to make things come out according to the vision that you've been given of where the world is going, where the world is headed. And so there's this inner dialogue going on within me. And if there's anything that I've committed myself to do, and that is to always share my heart with you. And the issues of my heart sometimes are very high, very positive, and sometimes they're the opposite. Sometimes the doubts and the fears and the worries and the concerns come in when I don't see how the future is going to come out the way that I'd like it to. I had a conversation with a friend yesterday about love and fear, and I'm not going to go into all the details of that conversation, except to say that this beautiful lady indicated to me that she believed strongly that love and fear cannot coexist. And from certain levels, certainly as we relate to one another, that's probably generally true. I can think of experiences in my own life where as soon as I allowed fear to enter the equation, love disappeared, or my feelings of love for that other person disappeared because I saw something that put it into a different perspective, and I was afraid to go there. But from the divine perspective, that divine part in each of us that is unconditionally loving, that kind of love always is able to embrace the fear. So the fear and the love do coexist. The love is just simply there, saying, I'm with you. Yes, I know what you're thinking. I know what you're feeling. I can see that, and I love you. And it's okay to feel that way. You don't have to fix yourself. You don't have to correct yourself. You just have to be honest with yourself. What you feel is what you feel. That's where you are in this moment. And it's okay. There are things that happen in our lives on a regular basis that are disappointing to us. And we feel sad when we're disappointed. We don't know how it's going to turn out, how this series of events is going to bring us what we want in our lives. And it used to be that feeling bad or feeling sad, even when I knew better intellectually, I would still beat myself crazy over the fact that I recognized that I was feeling fear, because I believed that love and fear could not exist. That was my belief system. So if I'm feeling fear, I'm outside of love. I'm separated from God. I'm separated from myself. I'm being taught by tremendous divine patience of my higher self with my ego self. I'm being taught that that doesn't have to be the case. That I can take these moments when I'm feeling fearful and embrace myself in them. I'm not going to detail much about what's going on in the Florida Republic. I know it's going on in other states as well, because I understand human nature. And I understand that some people just simply haven't gotten the message yet of how to love each other, even when there are differences. And I'm telling you, it's a challenge for me to love at least some of the players in the drama that's unfolding in the Republic. It's very, very difficult for me to feel love for them. And I do the Ho'oponopono ritual of holding them in my heart to the best of my ability and saying, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And again, for those of you that may be watching for the first time, I'm simply recognizing that whatever I'm observing, whoever I'm observing in the world, they're simply another part of the divine, and I am the divine. I am a part of the divine, and it's all in me. Every part is in every other part. That's the holographic universe that we live in, through which our world is created. Intellectually, I know that. Still, I feel afraid and have doubts and anxieties because I want the future to come about in a certain way. I want this ninth wave to bring certain changes that are measurable and observable. And I see some of the areas in which I had hope and expectations, and I see them being dashed against the stones, shattering the dream, shattering the vision. Because people refuse to listen, refuse to hear what other people are saying, refuse to be humble, and continue to believe that they know all the answers. And so I look at these people that are like that, and I instantly say to myself, Ron, you've been there lots of times when you thought you knew it all, and you were pretty arrogant in the way you reacted to other people because you thought they were wrong and you were right. You were so convinced. There was no doubt. But in reflection, I was wrong. I was. So it's a different type of feeling that I'm giving you today. But I'm sharing with you life. This is human life. And I'm giving you the message that it's okay to feel what you feel. And when you are feeling doubt and fear, and when you are looking at things with a less than optimistic point of view, you are still loved. You haven't gone away from God. You haven't become separated from that which you cannot be separated from, and that is the love of God. Nothing can separate you and me from the love of God. Not really. We can convince ourselves in our mind that we're separated, but it's never the reality from God's perspective, never from the perspective of agape, of unconditional divine love, which exists always and embraces always everyone and everything. So I want to encourage you today, as I'm encouraging myself, to let not your heart be troubled. We're on a mission together to bring positive changes to the world. And that mission, though it may seem to take a detour now and again, will not be stopped. It is inevitable that world changes are coming, and they're going to be ultimately very good, despite the apparent setbacks in the process. So I'm going to leave you with that this morning. And once again, I bless you and I embrace you with love, reminding you that you are love. And love is a verb, as my friend Christopher is going to explain tonight. It's an action that we take. I take the action of saying namaste.